here from Not Quite Accurate Cosplay with the NRW, and I've got my picks here for the week. I've also decided to look as the most ratchet Spider-Man humanly possible for me to come up with, because, you know, nothing says more terrible fashionista than turtleneck and chain. Let's be honest here. So, and the funny thing is, of course, you know, even though I'm dressed in Marvel, my 3 picks have to go to DC this time. I got to start off with Batman, number 67. Last we left off with old Batsy. He had just come out of this machine that he puts himself into every single year that tests him on every single level, mentally, emotionally, physically, everything. It completely rips him apart from the inside out because he needs to make sure his conviction for what he does and who he is still continues to stand the test of time. Because if not, then there's no point to do it. And right now he's doing it because he needs to make sure he is mentally, physically, emotionally prepared to deal with the onslaught that's been coming from Bane and all of the screwiness that Bane's been doing with his entire life to wreak havoc on him, embarrassing him in front of his own people. I've really liked what they've been doing with this, and I know that the writers are leading up to a big thing when they finally hit Batman number 100, which will probably be later this year. Because they did say that they were going to make this. It was a 100-issue Batman story, and it all was going to be connected and make sense. So right now we're knee-deep past the halfway point, so let's keep going with it. My second pick is going to go to Teen Titans number 28. I've really enjoyed the reboot of Teen Titans and how they've shaken up the roster, and how they're getting to the nitty-gritty behind the characters and why they're there. Even though it seems every single one of them has their own agenda. You've got Roundhouse, who just wants to be famous because he's like every YouTuber ever. Kid Flash still trying to find his place. Red Arrow trying to make what she can of herself. Damian still holding a prison underneath a warehouse that has a bunch of villains who are half dead because, well, he freaking can. Which was also led upon from the Red Hood because they decided, hey, Batman still ain't doing things right, so let's go half kill people. You've got, you've got Crush, who is Lobo's daughter, who is looking for Lobo because she wants to extract some sort of revenge on him. And then you have Jin, who is a, multi-thousand-year-old genie whose secret life and who she's been in the past is finally starting to come out as she's starting to trust Damian more. But right now, we're leading into the Terminus arc where, because let's be honest here, it's not a Teen Titans story unless for some reason Deathstroke is involved. But right now it's not like the Judas contract, it's not like the Lazarus contract because Slade has no idea what's going on. This one, it's somebody coming to the Titans to sick them on Slade, and Damian has been scoping him out. So we get to continue that a little bit more. It already started to continue with the kind of prelude in Deathstroke's recent comic. So we get to see where that goes, and I'm very, very excited because when you got Slade fighting the Titans, everything ends in an amazing way, and I personally adore it. My third pick, my top pick right now, because I want to see if they're going to completely unscrew their heads from their rectories, is Nightwing number 58. As we know, about 10 issues or so ago, they put a bullet in Dick Grayson's head, gave him amnesia for the most part, and he no longer wants to be a vigilante, and he no longer wants to be called Dick either. He is now Rick Grayson, because that sounds so much better, but it sounds more normal. And that's what he wants to be. He wants to be a normal person, except he's still in Bloodhaven, where he left his mark as Nightwing, and so crap's still happening everywhere. People are still trying to kill stuff. Scarecrow tried to destroy the city. It's a massacre still, but now a detective has found one of Nightwing's bunkers after he set it on fire. So him and 3 of his colleagues have donned the gear to become the Nightwings, and they're attempting to extort vigilante justice when they can't use their badges. And of course now they've asked Rick to help because he jumped in, was all kung fu style on everybody, and it's not stuff he wants to do, but it's stuff that he did to help because it's just his nature. Because even though with amnesia, you still can't beat the nature of your own beast. So he's agreed to help them and train them and teach them, but They just need to unscrew this, because I'm sorry, the DC Universe just has lost its heart and its soul when you took Nightwing out of the picture. And I realize you got to do things differently. You got to shake it up a little bit, but come on. This dude is the heart of the DC Universe, and you just shot him in the head to try to write a kind of crappy story. But I'm excited. I want to see it become something more, and I want to see that Phoenix rise from the ashes, that redemption when he finally puts on the tights again and everybody gets to stare at his ass one more time. Because let's be honest, that's why most people are reading the comic. I know you are. I know you. She is too. Anyway, so those are my 3 picks for the week. We've got Batman number 67, Teen Titans number 28, continuing the Terminus arc, and we've got Nightwing number 58. I'm Giano at the NRW, and I'm out. Get whipped.
Cut!
No way.